Okay.
Good evening, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. A warm welcome to meeting number 55 of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. I'm Sunil Gupta, your Sergeant Arms for today. As a Sergeant Arms, it's my duty to highlight some key points for the meetings. The meeting is blocked for 2 hours, and I urge you all to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefit of it. Your video should be on and audio should be on. However, you can on your audio when you are called to speak or you need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International doesn't put any restriction on speaking on these topics, but at the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, we humbly request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful and respectful and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Our club mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. With these key points, let me now call upon and hand over the stage to today's presiding officer, Jaspreet Kaur. Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur is a very kind lady and I would say a social worker. She is a coach and POXO trainer who helps build inclusive workplace. She's also a communication and workplace skills coach. She is a CBSE English faculty who has helped more than 2,000 students ace the board exams. Please welcome the huge round of applause today's presiding officer, Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. And ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Toastmaster Sunil Gupta for beginning the meeting at the right time, setting the right pace at the start of the meeting. Well, good evening and a very happy new year to fellow Toastmasters and guests. I welcome you all to our first meeting in the new year. Now with this, I declare today's meeting open. To begin with, I would like to welcome our newest member, who's rather a reinstated member of the Gabbys, Toastmaster Rahul V. Do we have him in the meeting room? All right, so Rahul is there. Toastmaster Rahul V, can you just come up on camera? Toastmaster Rahul.
Toastmaster, I'm currently in work right now.
All right, fine. So that's fine. So on behalf of the entire Gabbys family, I welcome you and let's have a mutual learning experience over here. Now, do we have guests in the meeting? To begin with, we have, I think, guest Shilpa. Is she there with us? Yes. Shilpa. So are you a guest or are you a Toastmaster, visiting Toastmaster?
No, actually, I'm a guest and I
Alright.
have joined this club for the first time as a guest.
So a very quick introduction in 30 seconds, if you could give us.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Shilpa and I'm from Mumbai. By profession, I am a IT, working in the IT sector. And I have joined this Toastmasters club to improve my communication skills. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shilpa. I hope you become a guest and then maybe a part of the Gabbys family in the days to come. And I hope we are able to fulfill the need for which, the reason for which you are there with us. So do we have any more guests in the meeting? Anyone whom I'm missing on? Yes, thank you, Rahul. Thank you. Yes. Not a guest, Noor Mohammed. Yes, I know, not a guest. Even Kumar Tarachand, not a guest. I know that. So I'm just wanting to hear something from the okay, fine. So, anyways, towards the end of the meeting, if we have more, so we'll have something from the guests. All right. Now, something exciting coming up. Well, I think Gabbys is synonymous with excitement. We keep coming up with something or the other. So, in the new year, one of the coming up meetings, we are going to have a very, very special guest. So the ones who are there as a part of the Gabby's guest group, they over there, the guest game has started. So if you are not a part of the group, my suggestion, please be a part so that you get all the updates. So somebody, a person whose name has been carved out in India's cricketing history forever, for generations to come. A person who's better known as the Hands of Stone and a true icon of grit, skill, and inspiration, is coming live and in person to share his stories, wisdom, incredible journey. Where? Right here with us at the Gabbies in the hybrid meeting. And that will happen on 11th January. So please remain connected to get more information and keep guessing who the person is. And yes, the ones who are not a part of the Gabby's guest group. So just a suggestion, please become a part so that you come to know not just about this event, more events that will come up in this current year. Now, today, as we gather here, we continue a tradition that began in 1924 when Dr. Ralph C. Smedley held the first Toastmasters meeting, and that too in a YMCA basement in California. His vision was simple yet powerful, to create a space where people could speak, learn, and lead and grow in a supportive environment. Very important was the supportive environment. Now, every Toastmasters meeting is a journey to create, to grow us as communicators and leaders. Now, the purpose of today's meeting, or I would say rather any Toastmasters meeting, is to carry forward this legacy by offering a safe space to practice, learn, and refine our skills, be it public speaking or leadership. Now, when we talk about a journey, we know that every journey has a destination. Now, that destination brings us to the objective of this meeting, which is to empower each speaker to take a step closer to their goals through constructive feedback, meaningful interactions, and mutual inspiration that we are there readily available to offer to each other. Now, a journey also has speed breakers, unexpected twists and turns, much like the concept of a black swan. Now, black swan, a term popularized by Nassim Nicholas Taleb to describe rare, unpredictable events with profound impacts. Now, our meeting today challenges us to think about what, how do we navigate? Navigate when life throws such moments in front of us, the unexpected ones. Now, whether in life or in leadership or in communication, the reason why we are here as Toastmasters today. So let's embrace the spirit of learning, encourage one another, and make this session truly memorable. And to take it further ahead from here, I would like to call upon our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Yogita Upadhyay. Now, Yogita, we all know by now, she's a go with the flow person. She's a people person and HR and whatever, soft skills, image, everything. But beyond this, what I would like to talk about Yogita is she served as the Sergeant at Arms in the previous term. And with that, the end of the term, she's taken a leap to becoming the Vice President Education of Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. So Yogita, congratulations. So being there in the very first meeting as your position of VPE, I congratulate you for that. And over to you to take the meeting further.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaspreet. That was our president and the presiding officer for the day. Let's have a round of applause for Toastmaster Jaspreet. Okay. So she has given a bit of hint towards what is today's meeting all about. Let me start with a question. Have you ever experienced something so unexpected, so out of the blue that it changed your life? And please, I would really like everyone participating and hands raised and all the cameras on. I would really love to know what your opinions are. It's not a difficult question. I'll repeat it. Have you ever experienced something so unexpected, so out of the blue that it changed your life? Okay, so we have Toastmaster Joane. Yes, please.
I think the pandemic is one big example which I think was unexpected and changed everybody's life to some extent.
Correct. I agree to it. But what do you think? Was it a good change or a bad change overall?
It has both pros and cons. At least in my life, there were a lot of bad things that happened, but also some really good things that came out of it in the end.
Okay.
So it was
Yes.
both.
All right. Do we have any other voices for the same cause? Yeah, I can see Saurav coming on the camera, but now he'll ask me what was the question.
Yes, I will ask you what is the question because I was on calls.
Okay, I'll repeat my question. Have you ever experienced something so unexpected, so out of the blue that it changed your life?
I think everything that has happened in my life was so unexpected, so out of the blue that it changed my life. Particularly this, my journey in Toastmaster is probably one of the most, one of the things that I can immediately think of. I was never destined to be a Toastmaster. In fact, when I was much before this, I think somewhere around 2018, Vikram Rao, who was later a part of our club, he was the L&D head of JCPenney at that time. And he had come to me and said that, why don't we open a Toastmaster club in JCPenney? I said that, why do we need a Toastmaster? Because of public speaking. I said, public speaking, Toastmasters, I mean, these guys don't even know how to name themselves properly. What will they teach us? And I kind of, threw the idea out of the window door. And then after that, sudden turn of events happened. And then I ended up opening the Gabbys, chartering the Gabbys. So this entire thing. And after that, my life has definitely changed. I've met all of you. See, so many of you sitting here, I would have not met you if there was no Toastmasters. So, yes. So that's how it is.
Lovely. Yes, I agree. What are these moments called? To just give you the gist of it, such moments are often referred to as the black swan events. What does it mean? Any rare, any unpredictable, and impactful, it has to be impactful to be a black swan event is known as a black swan event. Now, this term, it comes from the discovery of black swans in Australia. That was a surprise that shattered the belief that all swans are white. I was also of that opinion that all swans are white before preparing for this theme. As Toastmaster Joane said, how pandemic rewrote our lives, or how AI like ChatGPT reshaped our industries, or how we are all sitting together in Toastmaster enjoying every bit of the New Year's first meeting. So these are all black swan moments. Now these are going to shape us for something that is going to be impactful in everyone's life. Whether you agree or not, you will realize it at some point of time. Okay, moving forward, at Toastmasters, we prepare for these surprises by honing our communication and leadership skills. Let me now explain how the meetings are structured for the benefit of guests. So we are divided into three segments. The meetings are divided into three segments: prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. Prepared speeches where members share their ideas and stories. Table topics will be a segment for impromptu speaking, which will embrace life's unpredictability and give out of the blue answers. So you might not even have thought about that until you were given that topic. And evaluations, where we learn and grow through feedback, my favorite part of every Toastmasters meeting. Moving forward, to ensure our meeting flows smoothly and we learn from each segment, we have the general evaluator today, who is none other than GE-Sourav Dutta, a Toastmaster who I have known for his keen observations and insightful feedback. To tell you something about him, he is a winner of 2 DTM awards and has completed 11 parts in Toastmasters pathways. He has been a president's distinguished division director, a distinguished area director in the past. And outside Toastmasters, he has played several leadership roles in Fortune 500 companies, startups, and even nonprofits. Currently, he's building his own edutech startup, Practa, which he founded in June 2020. And he's also playing the role of a president in one of the Gabbys club. Toastmaster GE-Sourav Dutta, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Yogita Upadhyay. And before I get started with my general evaluation role, very happy New Year to all the Toastmasters and soon to be Toastmasters of the Gabbys and beyond, all our guests and not our guests. And thank you for joining the Gabbys and for the great start, and all the best to all the officers, including the new officers of the Gabbys International Toastmaster Club. It was exciting to see Jaspreet taking the stage as the presiding officer. Thinking about it, just a few months back, she was a speech crafter, right? And it's something that's so rejuvenating and so exciting. You know, Samita, Jaspreet, Smriti, would you believe these people were speech crafters just a year back? Yogita, you know, they were just understanding what is a table topic and all. I mean, I literally get goosebumps when I see these people here now. Anyways, let me not get carried away and let me not get out of my role. So today I'm taking the role of the general evaluator, and my job is to evaluate the meeting right from the time the meeting has started. I have the privilege to evaluate things that happen behind the scenes also, and I will be sharing my 2 cents on those as well. And I will be evaluating till the very end of the meeting. Obviously, this will need me a lot of assistance, and I have got a great team to work with me on this. And the first person on the team is a very seasoned Toastmaster. I've seen him many times in many meetings outside of the Gabbys, and then finally he decided to join the Gabbys. And then he decided to also take the VP education role of one of the Gabbys clubs. What a wonderful surprise. So this is Toastmaster Akib Javed, who is playing the role of the timer. He's a supply chain expert and as a Toastmaster and a fitness freak by passion. He feels life is all about learning how to live, hence lives it to the fullest. Toastmaster Akib Javed is the VP Education of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Toastmaster Akib, to explain your role as the timer today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurav. Ladies and gentlemen, time is finite. We have come on this earth for a very finite period. Once it's gone, it's gone. Today is gone. 1st January is gone. Another 1st January will come next year. But what you would understand is that it can never be recovered. You can recover your losses. You can make money again in your life. You can learn something, relearn, unlearn, do everything that you can. But time is something which you cannot bring it back. Hence, we expect us to be very timely, punctual in Toastmasters. And we know that it is very important to use our time wisely and productively. So we have this role called as timer. What it does is it allows us to be within the limit, understand to speak within the finite time given to us, and makes us way more punctual than we are. So what I would do in this role is doing very basic things. So suppose we are in table topics, I will be showing cards. So I'll be showing green card the moment we hit 1 minute, which means you are qualified for that speech. The moment I go 1 minute 30 seconds, I will have a yellow card. So you understand your time is coming near and you should conclude. The moment we are at 2 minutes, I will turn on this red card, which means now you have to close, but still you have 30 seconds. So 2 minute 30 seconds is the max time that you can take in table topics. Similarly, for a speech of 5 to 7 minutes, I will flash green card at 5 minutes, which means you are qualified now. Then I flash yellow card at 6 minutes, which means You are halfway there and you should start thinking to conclude the speech. When I flash the red card, you have 30 seconds left, and this is a red warning that if you delay it more longer, you might be disqualified and you might be over time. So keep looking at my background and plan your speeches accordingly. I'll be there as one of the evaluators, and I'll return in the end with my report. Now I'll hand it back to Toastmaster Saurav.
Akib, did you also, if I'm not wrong, today we have a special project, right? Yeah,
Okay.
so the timing for that is a little different. So it may be a good idea for you to also mention the time before the speaker takes the stage for that special project. And because that timing is not the conventional Toastmaster speech timing, what you just mentioned, so that people don't get confused. Okay, we'll come back to you. TMOD, please make a note. Please invite the timer to share the timing, or you specify the timing, TMOD, so that there is no confusion in terms of the time shoot. Okay, let's move on to the next member of my TAGL team, which is Toastmaster Prasang Mani. Prasang has joined us very recently, right, Prasang? You are a very new member of the Gabbys. He has completed his engineering in 2021 from NIT Allahabad. Since July 2021, he has been working as a software engineer at Radisys. His hobbies are playing badminton, chess, and going to the gym. And as I mentioned, he is now a Toastmaster for the last 1 month or so, and already taking up roles like our counter. Over to you, Prasang, to explain the role.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator Sourav Dutta. I am the R counter for the today meeting, and the purpose of R counter is to listen and make a note of unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers and role players of the today meeting. This report would focus on 5 major areas. First one is filler words such as er. Second is inappropriate interjections of for instance, and well, but, so, you know. The use of crutch words similar to basically, actually, this thing, etc. The fourth is repetitive words or phrases in the form of I, this means, this means. Fifth one is unintentional long or short pauses made by the speakers. I will present my rest of the report when called by the general evaluator during the general evaluation session. Thank you. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Prasang. Moving on, our grammarian for today is Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra. Pushpak is another new Toastmaster, right, Pushpak? You joined us again recently, correct? Okay. So Pushpak is a chartered accountant. He's one of the many chartered accountants that we have at the Gabbys. The Gabbys is dotted with chartered accountants, and Pushpak is the newest addition to the chartered accountants family within the family of the Gabbys. And that was a bit of a show off on my side, yes. With over 6 years of experience in accounting, auditing, taxation, and financial reporting, he is currently the assistant manager in finance controllership at Levi's. And he brings some exciting discounts to the Gabbys, so giving one more reason to join the Gabbys, where he brings his hands-on experience in auditing, handling, MIS reporting, and regulatory compliance. His role reflects a strong foundation in finance and a dedication to ensuring accuracy and adherence to financial regulations. Over to you, Pushpak, to explain your role as the grammarian today. We can't hear you, Pushpak. Is it just me?
Yeah, we cannot hear you. Can you
Cannot
just
hear you.
remove your speakers and then try to speak through the computer's audio directly?
Yep. Speak now.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
We can.
Okay.
Continue.
Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmaster and guest. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay very close attention to all the speaker, listening carefully to their language uses. I will take note of any misuses of the English language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, saying, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day, and today's word of the day is resilient, which is an adjective. It means ability to recover quickly from difficult condition. Like an example which we can use, like resilient leadership is a key to success. I will request each speaker to use the word of the day, and I will give a word of the day report and grammatical users report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Pushpak, for explaining your role. And the last member on my TAGL team, the very young and the very restless listener that we have today, Toastmaster Rahul Swami. He's a health and fitness freak from Panchkula, Haryana. He's now based out of Hyderabad and is an MBA graduate from Nipper, Mohali. Currently working at Sanofi as a marketing analyst with overall 3 years of work experience. In his free time, okay, brace yourself. He goes to the gym every day and is currently learning mixed martial arts, MMA, Thai boxing, and kickboxing. Okay. So be safe. Over to you, Rahul, to explain your role.
Thank you very much, DTM Sourav Dutta. And a very warm welcome to everyone. I am the listener of the day today, and I will be drafting short questions to you at the end of the meeting to hear your listening skills. And I will encourage everyone to be resilient and listen well in the meeting, because the listener is the one who learns the most, and the speaker uh, probably speaks what he knows, but listener gets to learn everything what's being said. So I hope you are also going to be good learners. So see you at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that was my TAGL team, a set of resilient, remarkable, and resourceful Toastmasters who will help you stay resilient in your public speaking journey. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Sourav Dutta, for the introduction of your TAGL team and telling us about your roles, which is very, very important in today's meeting. As we move forward, I would like to take you to the first segment of our meeting, that is the prepared speeches section. These are the moments where speakers might just plant a seed that can transform your perspective, and all the guests might just turn out to be Toastmasters sooner than you expected. All right. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Smruti Sagarika Mohanty. She is attempting level 1, project 4 of the presentation mastery pathway. Her project would be evaluation and feedback. She's going to deliver her first speech on that. The purpose of this speech is to present a well-crafted speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. To tell you a bit about Toastmaster Smruti, she is an experienced B2B sales professional and a certified soft skills trainer. After a decade in the industry, she's currently pursuing a full-time master's degree in the US. A mindful introvert who is on a journey to becoming a profound public speaker. At present, she is serving as the president of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I would like to confirm with the evaluator. Gaurav Babu, are you there in the meeting?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you for your confirmation. Toastmaster Smruti, knock, knock. Knock, knock, Toastmaster Smruti.
Toastmaster Yogita, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Let us
who?
Let us start the year with new opportunities. I tried. That was a joke. As part of my never happening New Year resolution, I decided to try inspiring jokes in my speeches. Well, that's work in progress. I can clearly see that. Having said that, let me assure you, today, I'm not here to deliver a knock-knock joke marathon or dive into the historical origin. I'm here to discuss the most cliche topic about life, but with a fresh perspective that knocked my door very recently. Last Christmas, few days back, something happened. For a Toastmasters and guests, like opportunities, which might be a knock-knock joke, but often show up unannounced, unexpectedly, hidden in a mundane and wrapped in simplicity, maybe like me. But the question is, will we open the door and let them in? Would you try to do that? I asked the same question during the process while celebrating the Christmas. This Christmas, I learned something, a new perspective towards life, an opportunity to be very specific. For the first time in years, this Christmas, I stayed home with no plans, no trips, no celebration, no surprises, not even a FOMO. Hence, I decided to embrace the quiet season by buying my first Christmas tree. A DIY project, to be honest. To my surprise, the Christmas tree was no ordinary decoration. It's like a stage waiting for the performers like me. The ornaments, lights, flowers, garlands, everything. As I unboxed it, unwrapped it, the entire package, I felt like unwrapping a new chapter. It was not a tree, it was a storyteller. Its evergreen branches were a symbol of resilience, standing tall in snowing weather. The twinkling lights reminded me of stars, tiny reminders of hope even in the darkest times. Well, that was not the magic. The magic happened when a neighbor, curious about the new glow in the society, peeped inside from the window and stopped by for a quick chat. What I felt happy about is it was like for months we had exchanged courteous and polite nods. But that was the first day we shared an actual real interaction. Friends pop up surprisingly. Well, it was her friends, but they popped up to help me to make the arrangements, the ornaments, the decoration, cooking and everything. And suddenly my house was alive with laughter. It didn't stop there. In my enthusiasm, I went a step too far actually. I decided my furniture didn't match the tree, the coral green color of the tree. So I bought a white green couch. Was it necessary? Not at all. Did it teach me a lesson? Absolutely. Not all actions lead to productive outcomes, but they definitely lead to growth. A growth of relationship which I cherished and nurtured throughout celebrating Christmas. Now the couch is my new place to have a cup of coffee while watching the snow in -10 degrees. That was Christmas and that was opportunity for me. But here is the lesson. Opportunities were everywhere. You might think, Smriti, why did you wait for Christmas? Why not Diwali, Halloween, Holi? Why did you wait for it? Why did you miss those celebrations? Well, yes, I did. Let me ask you, how many times did you miss life's subtle knocks? Just like me, thinking they were like too simple or too ordinary to celebrate. What connection, lessons, memories might we all have missed because the opportunity didn't come with a neon sign? I realized opportunity don't always arrive dressed as great events. Sometimes they just knock our door like a Christmas tree or a quiet season. Are we ready to recognize them? Let me leave you all with this thought that when life knocks, whether it's a random idea, unexpected challenge, or even a simple Christmas tree, answer it. Say yes. Even if it feels like silly small, you never know what we might have ahead. So, Yogita, once again, knock knock.
Who's there?
Success.
Success who?
Success comes to those who answers life's knocks. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smriti, and let's have a round of applause for that wonderful speech. And yes, you're right. Success does come to those who actually work on something, and you are a successful speaker. Thank you. Moving forward, I would like to move on to the next speaker of the day, and that is Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Toastmaster Renu Kaushal is also attempting presentation mastery pathway. She's attempting level 4, project 1. Her project name would be Managing Difficult Audience. And the purpose of this project will be for the member to practice the skills needed to address audience challenges when he or she presents outside of the Toastmasters Club. To let you know about Renu, she is the VPM of Toastmasters International Club. And she's from a vibrant satellite town, Mohali. Apart from this, she is a dreamer by nature and an avid knowledge seeker. She's poised to embark on new life roles. Communication has been a constant thread in her story, whether on the school or as a young girl. She would be attempting managing difficult audience, and we have 3 disruptors for her. So in case if somebody disrupts the speech, I would request the guest not to wonder what is this happening. I would not break the suspense as to who those disruptors are, and I would straight away hand over the stage to Toastmaster Renu. Before that, could I confirm with Toastmaster Samita?
Yes.
She in the meeting?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. Toastmaster Renu, am I at 0? Am I at 0? Toastmaster Renu.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Good evening, visiting Toastmasters and your guests. And a very, very happy new year to you all. Toastmasters, I had been a homemaker for almost 2 decades now. And being homemaker is all about putting others' interests ahead of you. And it's part of practicing lots of courage, as you can't put your armor and arms down at any point of time. So believe me, being a homemaker is the most underrated and an underpaid profession. Yes, homemakers are professionals. That surprise you? So let me elaborate how. To my understanding, there are 2 broad categories of homemakers. The first being the full-time homemakers. As you must have seen, your grandmothers, mothers, sisters, and then there are part-time homemakers. Maybe your better halves. So they all undergo meticulous training and grooming right from a young age. And during their training and post their training, they continuously upgrade themselves with respect to the new trends of market, be it cooking, be it home decor, or be it parenting. Do you find it relatable? If I would add, homemakers also exhibit leadership styles. Yes, homemakers can be dictators.
Huh?
If you remember, yes. Do you want to add to that?
Dictators, actually.
Yeah. Yes, dictators, much like the grandmothers at home, or maybe a mother-in-law you must have heard of.
What about people like us?
Sorry?
What about people like us? Neither a mother or
Yes.
a
We are the
mother-in-law.
more liberal ones. We are the more liberal ones. We are the more transactional one. We are the leaders, but we are the transactional kinds, or maybe the coaches, as we would like ourselves. I would like to be a coach kind of a mother-in-law. I'm mother of 2 sons.
We don't fall in the category of the dictators, right?
Yes, we don't. Yes, we have different styles of leadership. We can choose the one we like. But that was the old times when dictatorship did work. We are in a new age. So we need the homemakers to be leaders who can guide like a senior, guiding a junior, and leading through examples, while teaching the nuances of the trade also. And this reminds me, the dictator.
Saurav.
Yes.
Saurav.
Yes.
Yes.
Saurav. Hey, why are you listening to this boring speech? Hey, get up. Let's
Because I'm the
have a cup.
general evaluator.
Hey, your role will become after TTM. It will take half an hour. Let's go. Snacks.
No,
Some
I
snacks.
will not take half an
But
hour
I
to
think,
speak. But
Sunil,
this
can I?
very
Sunil,
cold.
can I add
Then,
something here?
1 second.
Speaker,
I'm talking. She's
speaker,
talking to me. Yeah. Sunil.
Yeah. Speaker is already wearing a cap. Then very cold. Let's have a cup of tea. Boring speech. I don't.
Who is going to make
What a
that cup
homemaker.
of tea for you, Sunil?
Yeah.
And Saurav?
Yeah, out.
Who is going to make that cup of tea for you, Sunil and Saurav? I
We
guess
will
you're
take
going to
outside.
you are going to go
Sorry, ma'am.
outside.
Yes,
You're going to go
no,
outside,
sorry.
right?
You continue. Sorry.
It's okay. It's perfectly fine.
Sorry.
I think I'm trying to bring about showing you a new perspective.
But I don't agree with this perspective. I don't think it's a boring speech, but I don't agree with this perspective. I think this is like a 21st century thing now, that every single time you want to say homemakers are professionals. Why? Homemakers are just homemakers. We are not professionals. We are way beyond that. We are not leaders. We are way more than that. So I think we have to change this perspective. We cannot, what do you guys think, right? Like, I don't agree. Do you guys agree with this perspective that we are
definitely a
professionals?
21st century thing. The thing is, it has to be identified. We belong to an upper tier cities, right? Where we have liberal and liberal society, right? But
No,
I am
Renuji,
talking
even in lower tier cities, like my grandmother was a really nice grandmother, and I think it is more of an emotional connect. I don't think
My grandmother was also very nice.
Exactly. See, Saurav agrees with me. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I think we can do a poll. How many of you had nice grandmothers?
Nobody
like
will
my
deny
virtual
that.
hand is raised right now. I
Grandmothers
completely agree with you.
cannot be like.
No, but Renuji, I don't get it. Like, why do you bring professionalism with homemakers, right? It's an emotional
Because
bond.
it
We are all
requires the
emotional
professionalism.
family
I have
members.
practiced it likewise.
I love that subject. Can we talk about grandmothers?
Why not? They are the most
No, we
emotionally
have
loving
to.
people
Grandmother
that we know.
was again a homemaker. She brought about a generation. She connected two generations together, right? So it all requires many kinds of leadership skills, right? And
But
they
Renuji,
were
you're
not
not answering
paid
my
in.
question. Like, I'm
Yes.
telling you, it's more than professionalism. It is emotional connect. Let's
Yes,
remove
of
the
course.
professional concept. Why say dictator leadership?
My grandmother was a great achar maker also. She used to make great achars.
Exactly, and that was such a lovely thing, right? Where is professionalism?
She was a great pickle
Achar
maker.
maker is again a profession. You can convert it, and she doesn't get money. That is
we
why I
have
said
no
it
like
was an underpaid thing. If you go about giving money for every single thing, for bringing about emotional support.
No, she used to give me for free. She never charged me. Yeah.
Yes, that is why I said it's an underpaid thing.
Yeah, so it
We
is
pay them
emotional.
in
It's not
emotions.
professional.
We pay them
Renuji.
in emotions, with respect, with love. We pay the homemakers in love, and this is what is that their endurance is about. So homemakers have to keep the others' interest in front and forget about self-love, what they want. Right? So did that help?
I don't know who you're
Joane,
talking
was
to.
I able to bring clarity to that your thought?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, then like we had a good debate about the dictator and that transited into the grandmothers. So similarly, you could have experienced somewhere or the other, you must have heard about them, that the homemakers, they go about having competitions and rivalry again. That is the competition between two daughter-in-laws trying to impress their mother-in-law. or between a daughter-in-law and a mother-in-law trying to impress the son or the husband. So it does exist. That is why I'm telling you. It is much more like any other profession. And just like when we switch jobs, what do? We have to adapt to different work environments, new procedures, unfamiliar colleagues. A homemaker also does so. When she moves into the mother-in-law's home, what does she do? When she gets married, she moves to a new home. She adapts to the different home, new customs or rituals, and unfamiliar relatives. And if I would say the work from home culture, now it seems like a very recent trend, but homemakers have pioneered it long, long ago. Homemakers were working at home. They were taking care of the home, the children and everything. And yet they were contributing to their family's business and work. And maybe at times pursuing their own professions. So why am I talking about homemakers today? You must be wondering. Is it just not that I have lived a life of a homemaker for 2 decades? So I went down a recent phase in my life where a disruption happened. Disruption happened in the sense that my children have grown up now. So they no more need my full-time attention. So I now wanted to transition from being a full-time homemaker to maybe a part-time homemaker. So each day for this particular transition I had to face lots and lots of challenges. The challenges were like something like I had forgotten how to bring about the self-love thing. I'd forgotten always others' priority, others' time was more important. Others' aims, others' day-to-day goals and ambitions were important. I had no own network. So my network was my own relatives, my children's friends, my husband's friends, and everything. And I had forgotten about going out for my own self. So last year when I decided to transition, so I went through a year-long certification. I did my soft skill training certification. I did my POSH certification, and it required lots of hard work. I completed it. I conducted many successful trainings also during the last 1 year. But somehow things again, disruption happened. And I slowed down. That slowed down my journey as a trainer. I thought I was coming back to a full-time homemaker again. Self-doubt started creeping in, and I was again questioning myself. Am I back to zero? Do I have to start again? Because the disruption of changing from a full-time homemaker to a part-time brought a break, just disturbed the harmony at my home also. So I had to really slow myself down. And before the self-doubt could really pull me down, my experience of 20 years as homemaker talked back. A homemaker can never ever give up, no matter how difficult the situations. We have to manage it. And as an effectual leader, I told myself, it is time to stand up for myself and show resilience, and time to shed self-doubt so that I can rise and shine as always. Thank you.
Oh, wow, what a wonderful speech, I must say. Even after a lot of disruptions, some expected, some unexpected, your resilient attitude turned any disruptions into a very strong part of your speech, and showing all of us that you be a homemaker or a Toastmaster, if you are well prepared, you can definitely handle unexpected moments. Can I have a round of applause for Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, please? Thank you, Toastmaster Renu. Now that we have explored some ideas through prepared speeches, and Toastmaster Noor has shared all about Black Swan history and other things in the chat box, I would not like you to go again with the history stuff. Let's stir up some creativity with a game. It's start of a new year, surprises are bound to happen. We are going to play Predict the Unpredictable. I need 4 volunteers for the game, and I would really appreciate if they're not the role takers. Any 4 volunteers if I can have. If being a role taker also, you can volunteer. As I can see, nobody's volunteering. Yeah, I'll pick up. I don't mind picking up. Why not I give a chance to the disruptors? They troubled my speaker. Now it's time to trouble them. Okay, Renu is 1, Sunil 2, Jaspreet 3, and DTM Saurav 4. I have 4 volunteers. You did not sign up for it. I chose you for it. Now this could be a black swan moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the question?
Yeah, the question is yet to come. That is why I chose you first, and then I'm going to ask the question. Okay, I'm going to give each of you a different scenario. I would need 30 seconds from the timer, and you need to, I'll describe a scenario. You think of a surprising event that could completely change the outcome. The idea is to come up with something unexpected, but it should be impactful according to you. Everyone, each scenario will get 30 seconds for you to think, and then I'll ask a few of you, all of you, to share your predictions. Okay, up for the predictions game, up for the Bhavashyavani game. Let's see. Is the Aries ruling, or the Taurus, or the Leo, or the Gemini, or whatsoever is your Rashi? Nonetheless, whatsoever is your sun sign. Sorry, I used a Hindi word. Okay, so since Renu volunteered, I'll give the first one to her. Renu, your scenario is a new invention reshapes the way we live. A new invention reshapes the way we live. Okay, Sunil, your scenario would be, you don't have to write right now, please don't cheat. A world leader makes an unexpected decision that changes international relations. Because I know how much you love politics, I'm giving this specifically to you. Because you're good a fan of APJ Abdul Kalam, right? A world leader makes an unexpected decision that changes international relations. Am I clear, or do I need to share it in the chat box? Okay, Renu,
Clear.
Add it in the chat box. Sunil, I'm sharing for you also. And DTM Saurav, for you is a major environmental shift changes how we view the future. A major environmental shift changes how we view the future.
Okay, what do you have to do about that?
You get 30 seconds. You have to think something which can happen. I'll just take the topic for now. I'll reiterate what you
What is the topic again?
I'm sharing it in the chat box.
Okay.
Okay. So DTM, Saurav, your topic was a major environmental shift changes how we view the future. And Jaspreet, your topic would be an ordinary person becomes a global sensation overnight. No, it's not a mini table topic. I will not steal your thunder. It's not a mini table topic, and there is no stopping of how fast you can elaborate.
So just a brief up on what we have to do would be.
Yeah, I'll do it again. Okay, I've described a scenario. You all think of a surprising event that could completely change the outcome of whatever scenario I've given you. The idea, what I am planning is, it has to come up with something unexpected, which we cannot think of, yet impactful. Okay, you get 30 seconds to think, and then I'll ask you to share your predictions, like what do you think can happen? All super easy topics, Noor. Okay. Timer, can I have the timer, please? Where is my buddy? Yep. Okay, 30 seconds for now. Every volunteer on the camera. 30 seconds for now, and timer will show you the green card, and then you stop it, write whatever you have thought, and then you can present one-on-one. And there are no disruptions, so no juggling. Okay.
So
right.
We have to present our view for how much time? For how much time?
As far as you can present.
Okay.
I will give you the maximum time limit of 2 to 3 minutes. Let's see. That's more. We can go with even 1. 30 seconds. 30 seconds is over. You were talking to me. I'll give you another 30. No, do not use ChatGPT. Why am I feeling?
No. Yogita, I have to start speak.
No, you don't have to start speaking, Sunil. You have to think on your topic, think how it can change the world, and then just write whatever you have thought and present. Am I clear? Is it confusing?
I think I should start telling my story, and then maybe it will become more clear.
Are you all clear with what you have to do?
We have to do it individually now. We have to individually
You
think
are
on
all
us.
doing it individually, but are you all clear with what you have to do? My timer is showing me.
Yes.
Okay. So Sunil, you get the last.
But I would suggest you give 30 seconds, otherwise it will go over.
Yeah, I'm giving you the last 30 seconds.
No. 30 seconds to give our opinion also for this.
Yeah,
Otherwise it will go overboard. That's why.
I am sure my topics would only bring 30 seconds of output. Let's break this also. Let's see who wins. And we'll have a polling, but we'll not have certificates, okay? Can the remaining of us do it together? According to me, it's 10, 9. Come on, unmute yourself. Remaining people, we have to disrupt the disruptors. 8, 7. Come on, Smriti. Come on, Prasang. 6. Come on, Joane. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop.
1.
Okay. Let's take it from Renu. Thank you, Akib.
Hey, what I've understood from your thing is that we were given a topic, a new invention that reshapes the way we live, right? So after artificial intelligence, I consider 3D printing, right? A new invention that can reshape the way we live. We may be able to something. I'm going traveling someplace and I want to I like the place and want to build my home there. It could be something as easy as that. With the help of that 3D printing and everything, I can have my own home, right? So that is something like having a genie to my disposal, but a very expensive genie, I would say. And or maybe when I'm working at home, then something like a good piece of decor I can design with the help of 3D printing. So yeah, that is what came to my mind.
I think 3D printing is already in place, but I appreciate your participation. It was a good idea. And now let's come to DTM Saurav.
So I'll have to speak for 30 seconds on this topic, right? That you have given me.
No, you just have to present your views, how it is going to impact according to you.
Okay. But what is the environmental change? I have to say that also, right?
That also you have to decide.
Yeah. So I think the biggest environmental change that will be because of so much of eco waste. One of the things that people will, get rid of is electronic devices. So the phones that we are so addicted to, I can very clearly see in the next 10 years, we will not have anything like a phone. Because everything will become, we are going to go deviceless basically. So with virtual computing coming up and with augmented reality and with virtual reality becoming a reality, most of us will not have mobile phones. So it may seem very odd, but very soon a time will come when you'll suddenly look in front of you and then start speaking to, say, Yogita, even without actually holding something to your ear. This entire device thing is probably not going to stay for long. So that is going to bring a huge change. So people will look very funny. You're talking to me and then suddenly you realize, no, you're not talking to me. You're talking to your friend in UK. And that will happen, but we'll adjust ourselves. We've got adjusted to people talking to us like this, right? So we'll also get adjusted to other things coming.
Wow, that's new. And that's something that is giving me chills, even with the thought of thinking, but let's not sort of steal all the thunder away. Let's give chance to Toastmaster Sunil to present what he has in the pocket.
Sometimes leader leaders make decisions which are sometimes laughable, unpredictable, and might be they may have some impact on the world. Yesterday, I was watching news. Then I came to know that in the UNO, all top leaders, 7 countries, Security Council there. So the American president and Chinese president and other leaders, other presidents have decided that now, due to water crisis, we decide that anyone will take bath after our permission. Any citizen has to take bath after getting permission from the authority, from the government, and they decided that no one is allowed to take bath at least before 1 month. And in this way, we will save water, we will save drinking water, we will save the pure water. And I think the decision is totally strange. How we can stay without taking bath, but on the other hand, it is impactful. It is useful to save water. That's why I appreciated that decision as well. Thank you.
Well, the task was you to have a thought on what could be a decision if somebody would have made and it would have been disastrous or wonderful. I did not need you to help me with the news. Although I also read a similar news article wherein somebody was suggesting to utilize the waste water. I mean, to utilize the urine and filter it. I mean, news is full of dash. I will not complete the statement. Let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Sunil as well for presenting his views. And now we have the last disruptor, Toastmaster Jaspreet. See, Renu, I'm taking each and every one of them.
All right, thank you very much. And I would just want you to listen to something and do let me know if it is audible enough. Can you hear this? Is it audible?
No.
Yes?
No.
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 Not at all. All right, never mind. So I'll tell you. So we heard that song Kacha Badam, which became a sensation. Reels came up and so many things happened. So that is, a global sensation. He was just a peanut seller. I think his name was also something like Bhuvan. And this song became viral, something which he did and was picked up by people. And for that matter, our very own neighbors, Pakistan. Do you people remember that tea seller who was clicked by somebody just while making tea and posting the picture of that person, and today is an international model? I hope people have heard about him. His name also is, I think, Arshad Khan. Yes, Arshad Khan, the tea seller who became an international model. So it's not that, they are lucky. It's basically doing the right thing at the right time. What they were supposed to do is what we also can think, every day, daily efforts to be put in the right manner. And you don't know who becomes lucky at what time. For that matter, 26th January about to come up. So we'll have the awards given to those people who showed bravery, something which they did spontaneously, some remote corner of the country, but then they get identified. May not become global sensations, but their globe is their territory, where they do become famous for a lifetime. So that is how I think being honest, true to yourself is something that can make you a global sensation. If over here I'm true, so that is my globe and may take me far and wide. Thank you. Over to you.
Okay, well, it would have, if I would have been thinking about it, I would have only pictured myself becoming a global sensation because I love to live in my La La Land. But nonetheless, the task was only understood by TTM Saurav. But kudos to each and every one of you to present your views at such a short span. And thank you for being so interactive and participative. And TTM Saurav deserves no award because he actually plays smart. He tries to communicate, he disrupts so that other people cannot think. That is his strategy. So next time to win, disrupt. Okay. Thank you. And I will move to the next section of the Toastmasters meeting. Before that, I would like to ask the timer, is there any one who has not achieved the time limit in the speeches?
Both of them are qualified. They were within the time window.
Wow, that's nice. Great job, everyone. All right, so now we are transitioning to the one of the favorite part of the Gabbys meeting, that is the impromptu speaking table topics. This segment is perfect for thinking on your feet and handling surprises, much like our volunteers handled the situation, or Renu handled the disruptions, or Smruti handled me asking, yes, who, in the speech. Let's welcome our table topic master, and she is none other than Toastmaster Joane Joseph. Many of you know her. For those who do not know her, she is a content writer, a passionate reader, an introvert who finds joy in conversations, and a fantabulous speaker.
Yogita, we have a break now.
We have a break.
We are above the agenda. So do we need to take the break?
I don't know. As per the schedule, there is a break.
But we are above the agenda. Can we skip it? Is everyone still still okay? Or would you like 3 minutes of tea break? I'm not giving 5.
Okay, a small break is not bad. Give a 4 minutes.
Okay, all right. It's 8:06. We come at 8:10. I give you 4 minutes of break, and then I'll reintroduce Toastmaster Joane. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're on mute, Toastmaster Yogita.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that refreshing tribute to late Ustad Zakir Hussain. It was really needed. And yes, we are back with the impromptu speaking session. And this is for everyone. All the guests are requested to participate to get the maximum out of the Toastmasters meeting. For that segment, I would like to reintroduce Toastmaster Joane Joseph. She is a content writer and a passionate reader. She is an introvert who finds joy in conversation and a fantabulous public speaker. She immerses herself in diverse music genres and languages, while her free evenings are spent treasure hunting in vintage books and stationery stores. Hailing from Mumbai, she cherishes the sunrises and sunsets at the Marine Drive. Toastmaster Joane, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Yogita. May I know how many speakers can we take? What is the time limit?
6.
6? Okay. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. It's a pleasure to be with you all on the second day of 2025 in this Gabbys meeting. I'm the table topic master, and I see some guests here, so let me reiterate. Table topics or impromptu speaking. Basically, you will be given a topic, and you saw how these 4 panelists were chosen. They were given 30 seconds. You won't have 30 seconds. You have to literally hear the topic, maybe take 5 to 10 seconds to organize your thoughts, and then just speak. Let me tell you, this is not to judge your intelligence, knowledge, critical thinking, or even communication. This is just to practice and present ourselves so that we know how to speak in difficult situations and when we don't have time. Yet, we can speak if given a topic. That is basically all that is there to table topics. Now, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute, the timer will show you a green card. That's the minimum time you have to try and speak. And at 2 minutes, you'll see a red card. After the red card, you will get a 30 seconds grace period to wrap up, but you will never know when that 30 second ends. So by red card, just if you can end the topic, then you're qualified for the polls. When I heard the theme today, Black Swan events, I was extremely excited because this is like so many interesting topics I can bring in, right? So I have a very different take on table topics today. I have got 20 themes for you. All these 20 themes are based on future predictions. Okay. And what you have to do is simple. There are 6 people, 6 volunteers, whoever you are. You will see, I'll post the themes on the chat box. You just say a number, whichever theme you're comfortable with. Number 1, say climate crisis, or you can say 14 religion. And there is an easy topic as well as a very difficult topic on the same theme. Choice is yours. It's New Year, so I give you that choice. You can simply say number 14 religion, easy, and I'll give you a very easy topic. But if you want to challenge yourself in 2025, You can say number 14, religion difficult, and I'll give you a black swan event topic. And you have to try and talk about it. Understood? Clear? Can I get a thumbs up, a smile, something? Yeah, thank you so much. So, who wants to go first? I see Toastmaster Kumar Tarachand who wants to go first. Sir,
Okay.
can you pick a number from 1 to 20? If you can see the themes on the chat box.
1 to 20. Number 6.
Okay, number 6 is world peace. Sir, do you want a very easy topic or a difficult one?
You give a topic, I'll try. No problem.
Okay, then I'll give you a topic on world peace. Easy one. Let's start with the easy one. Toastmaster Kumar, how can we make world peace last forever? How can we make world peace last forever, Toastmaster Kumar? Toastmaster Kumar? Am I audible?
Video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Who is talking?
Sir, you have to talk. Toastmaster Kumar, you can speak. Did you hear the topic?
Yes, but I'm hearing somebody talking. I tell you what, you get somebody else, I adjust my video. You get somebody else.
Okay, I'll get somebody else, and if you feel like you can come back and then attempt. Thank you so much. No problem. Elios, do you want to go next? I'm going to change the topic, Elios. I'm not going to give you the same topic. Okay, which number? Pick a number.
Okay. I'll choose 16.
16. Economic future?
Time travel.
Economic future. Easy or difficult?
No,
Come on.
no. Time travel.
Time travel. Okay, you want time travel. Easy or difficult one?
Easy.
Easy one. Okay. Toastmaster Elios, what would you ask a man who comes from the year 3025? What would you ask a man who comes from the year 3025? Toastmaster Elios.
Am I audible, visible? Sir?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Knock, who's there? A man from 3025. Okay, sir. I'm going to ask you a question. This is a resilient one. What's happening to the Earth in 1,000 years from now? Oh, it is easy. There is no human again. We robots change the world. We robots take over the world. No more human. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for the thoughtful answer for this question. And yes, what's happening to the human out there in the earth? No more human on the earth. No more human on the earth. Human move towards. So move to Mars. Sounds interesting because there is someone here right now that in the Earth have launched several rockets to the Mars to find a new place for us to live. So this human persists to his project and achieve his biggest achievement, right? You are right. The name is EM. You know him, right? Okay, yes. He is the richest guy in this world right now. And yes, I'm inspired by him. That's why my name is TT and he is EM. We are so close. And yes, I would like to know what's happened to the Earth itself. Earth is dead, but human move to Mars. I think I should sign up to Elon Musk project to go to Mars before I go die in the Earth. Thank you, John.
Thank you so much, Helios. A big round of applause for Helios for that wonderful attempt. And as usual, the voice modulation and dialogues are his strong points, and I can see he has used it to the best of his abilities. Thank you so much, Helios. Next, we have Toastmaster Samita. Samita, what theme do you want to talk on?
I want number 10, genetic engineering.
Do you want an easy one or a difficult one?
Okay, let's go with the difficult one and see.
Very good. Okay, number 10, genetic engineering. So this is an event, Black Swan event. A genetically modified human unexpectedly gains abilities beyond your comprehension. Like he gets unexpected abilities. Should we celebrate this or should we fear this event? Once again, I'll repeat. A genetically modified human unexpectedly gains abilities beyond your comprehension. Should we celebrate this or fear this? I'll also put this on chat box.
Suddenly, a man appears. I thought he was a man. Lo and behold, he doesn't look any longer. The way his eyes were roving around, it reminded me of some machine. Who can it be? And then it struck me. Oh, this is a genetically modified human. So what does he have? What are his qualities? I first thought maybe he's a supercomputer. He has all the knowledge. So on, so forth. Okay. That is predictable, right? What I did not know, he could disappear in a jiffy and reappear again. I felt so happy. I was ready to celebrate because all those boring classrooms disappeared. And in that traffic, disappear, reappear at your home. That was something to celebrate for. I started wondering, is this the only thing that he has or something else is there? I tried poking him. Now he's a genetically modified one. I could sure poke him. And out comes his other two arms. Seriously? That is not expected. But hey, what will you do with the other two that you have? He said he can work faster. Sure enough, I asked him as a humorous quote, "Oh, so you are like Ma Durga having 10 hands?" He said, "Yes, not only 10, I actually have 20." And he showed me all. I celebrated. And then I was wondering, should I celebrate this 20-handed, genetically modified human being? I'm thinking over it. Over to you. Joane.
Big round of applause. That was a difficult one to attempt, but very nicely attempted, Toastmaster Samita. You know, the teacher comes out, the adult stuck in traffic comes out, and of course, religion also comes out. That's the beauty of table topics. All our thoughts come out when we are not prepared for it, but lovely take. Who wants to go next? We have Rahul and Rahul V, and I'll come to you both, but there are some guests here. We have Sovan, DK, SP. Do you guys want to try? Like any guest want to try? Tick, tick one, tick, tick two. Are the topics that difficult? Okay, let's go with listener Rahul. Rahul Swami, which theme do you want to take?
I want to take space travel.
Space travel, that is number
3.
Number 3. Okay. Do you want a difficult one? I'm not even saying go for an easy one. What do you want?
I want an easy one.
Easy one. Okay. Space travel. What are your thoughts? Should we colonize other planets? Should we colonize other planets? Rahul Swami.
I think it's very important question. We should definitely colonize other planets. The rate at which Earth and nature, environment is getting disrupted by humans is insane. I see everywhere people, they are cutting down trees, throwing away plastics, waste materials everywhere. And there's so much noise pollution. Even on the New Year Eve, I could see people were bursting crackers like anything. And I saw so many people going out, thrashing cars somewhere in parties. And from all this, what I can understand is I don't see Mother Earth will be able to take all this. And humans someday are going to uh, have a time which will be very hard for all of us. And we definitely need to colonize to some other planet. And I think the leader and an entrepreneur, Elon Musk, who's the richest person in the world, is thinking right. He is already planning for Mars as he can see the future. And I am assured that he will find a way to colonize all of us to Mars. And I'm excited about that. But meanwhile, I'll just request and I'll just pray that we somewhere get the wisdom to save our Mother Earth. Thank you. Back to you.
Round of applause. I think that was a very heartfelt one, especially after the New Year, Rahul. Thank you so much for that take. And one thing I want to say to everyone is when we attempt a table topic, you are talking about one side. I would love to see the other side, how difficult it would be to colonize some other planet. Something to think about for all of us. Last two table topics we have. I'm sorry, Meeta ma'am, I just got a message, only two more I can take. So it will be Rahul V and Manoj, but I'm sure next meeting, first chance, you'll get it. Rahul V, yes, which theme do you want?
I would like to go with 12 aliens.
Number 12, aliens. Okay, difficult one or easy one?
I'll go with easy.
Okay, why is everybody choosing easy? Come on, challenge yourself in New Year. Okay, fine. I'll go with the easy one as you wish. Aliens. What would you say to an extraterrestrial who is visiting your house for the first time? What would you say to an extraterrestrial who is visiting your house for the first time? Where is Rahul B?
Oh yeah, I'm just thinking about it, correcting my thoughts.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so the question that's been asked is, what do I say to an ET that is visiting my house? This is a question not far from reality, I believe, at the age we are living in, especially if you guys follow the news like I do. We are seeing a lot of these alien sightings, especially in the US, though. Not sure why it happens only in the US, but there are a lot of sightings, and there's also talks that, that aliens are already here in planet Earth. And one of the places that they might be hiding or they are stationed in could be in the deep waters. There are multiple footages which has shown an unknown objects going into the sea. I don't know how much of verifiable it is, but apart from that, there is also if you follow the podcast, which I do for like multiple people like Joe Rogan. He had a particular this a commander who was a part of the US Air Force, and they are very familiar with the sightings. So coming back to the topic, if I do get a chance to see an alien that would visit my house, the first question I would ask is there a way that I can live forever? And if it says yes, I would definitely start a business out of it. I wouldn't use it personally, but I would definitely start a business out of it and start selling it to people. I don't want to live forever. I mean, but I do want to sell it as a product to people so they can acquire it. And that would be my take on what I would do if an alien comes to my house. Back to your table topic, master. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rahul V. I think the first thing I would do is hide because I'm sure with all the movies that I've seen, extraterrestrial is not going to be someone who's going to have a conversation. But it's a wonderful take that you would ask for longevity and maybe immortality, right? And then sell it. The entrepreneur in Rahul, we have spoken. Next, we have the last table topic for today for Toastmaster Manoj or guest Manoj, I'm not sure. Hi, Manoj, which theme would you want to choose?
I'll go with number 20.
Number 20. Oh, wow. I love it. Your role, easy or a difficult one?
Let me take on a difficult one.
Okay. Toastmaster Manoj, think about that. A small act of kindness that you performed inspired an unexpected global movement. How would you handle this newfound influence that you have on the world? A small act of kindness that you performed inspires an unexpected global movement. How will you handle this newfound influence on the world?
Happy evening, each one of you. A small act of kindness. And that act of kindness I learned from Mother Nature. We call her Big Mama. And she has taught me to give more than you receive, or rather, to give to live. So what I started way back when I was looking after a school for each birthday celebration where they used to throw parties. I said, no, let's stop throwing parties, spending our father's money. Rather, let's plant a sapling so that once you come back after 6 years, you'll find that sapling has grown. And maybe after 20 years, you can come back with your family and show them, see my tree. That's being planted by me. And that small act did catch on with the cadets of that school. With 600 cadets, each month we used to plant about 5 to 6 trees. And now once I go back or sometime I get a photograph of that school, I find those small saplings have taken root, growing up to be bigger trees. And now this has been emulated by other schools around. That was a small school in a small locality in a remote part of Assam, Golpara district, which is frequented by elephants. And now that has been emulated by other schools. Now it has been taken, the name has been taken by none other than the Prime Minister of India. It's now going to be emulated in all schools of India. And maybe it will catch the attention of the world leaders. And future will be bright by this small act, which is going to spread all around. So with that, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Big round of applause for Toastmaster Manoj for that attempt. And that's my time. I know there were some very difficult questions and some off-putting questions, but I think we can start our 2025 with this challenging questions. Thank to our Toastmaster of the day who brought in the Black Swan theory as a theme. And back to you, TMOD Yogita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joane Joseph. It was a wonderful session. The way you connected the theme with each response was impressive, and I really admired your joke that you associated with Rahul. Nonetheless, it kept the energy very high and the session humorous and engaging for everyone. Before moving ahead, can we have a round of applause for our table topic master? Thank you, everyone. Moving ahead, now it's the result time, like how we have performed in the entire meeting. I still have something to add on, but before that, let's hear what our evaluators and our general evaluators have to say about our meeting till now, where we are going to reflect on today's speeches, uncover insights for growth. Let's welcome back our general evaluator, DTM Sourav, to guide us through this segment.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day. So, what I will do is I will first start with evaluating from the beginning of the meeting till the prepared speech section, so that I don't have a monologue at the end, evaluating the entire meeting. Then I will call the evaluators for evaluating the speakers, and then I will provide my feedback on the evaluators. Then the table topic evaluation will happen after that, and then I will call the TAGL team. So that's the order that we are going to follow. So let me start with the beginning, from the very start, or rather it was happening even behind the scenes. So as I mentioned, this is a very critical meeting, because there's a change of guard that happened, right? So there was an old executive committee which was functioning in a certain way, and there's a new executive committee that has come up. So whenever there's a change of guard, it's actually the kind of a check on the tenacity and the quality and the resilience of any organization. And when things are in a motion and things are going smooth, it continues to be smooth. It goes in an autopilot mode. But when this change happens, then what happens is the real test. And I must say that I am very happy with the fact that the club has shown a very strong resilience in terms of this test. The change has been very seamless. A new set of VPs took over, a new set of PRs took over, a new set of secretary and treasurers, and secretary and SAs took over, and nothing, fell through the cracks. Everything was seamless. I didn't see any jerk, any hiccups during the meeting. The promos happened well in advance. The rule takers were there. I think there was a last minute timer change, which happened, which is kind of totally okay. There was no knee-jerk reaction or anything like that. One of the VPs of another club, one of the Gabbys clubs, took up the timer role, and we were all sorted. I think that's exactly how we should be operating. Things will not go as planned. Sometimes you'll have people dropping off and all, which is something we should know how to deal with it. Now, coming to the Sergeant at Arms, Sunil, I think you are now getting a hang of this role. You are understanding what it is. Now, I don't think most of us take this role very seriously, because we get an opportunity to present it from the script, right? So it seems very trivial that I'm reading from the script. May I ask all of you, when was the last time you read out anything loud? When? One day back. Not Sunil, he read it.
Today.
When? Where?
At 7:30
Where?
p.m. At 7:30 p.m. in temple today evening.
What did you read?
Actually, I visited the temple on the occasion of New Year today, and the priest told me to write some things. I don't know why he told me. So I took that paper and I started writing. And he was dictating, I was writing. And after that, he told me, what you have written, read it loudly. So I was reading loudly.
And before that?
Yes, sir.
Before that? Before 2:30 p.m.?
In school also, in the morning I was in school, so that time also I read loudly.
It means that you get an opportunity, but how many of us get an opportunity to read loudly every day? Maybe I didn't get your name, SP. I see your name.
My name is Sonia Patania.
Sonia Patania. Yes, Sonia. Yes.
I would like to give everyone opportunity to read loudly. Become a school teacher like me. Then you have to read loudly.
School teacher Sonia Patania read loudly. Meeta Shah raised her hand because I know she's a school teacher. Jaspreet Kaur will raise her hand. Maybe Samita. But my point here is that you don't get an opportunity to read out things loud. Now, what happens when you read out loud? You get to hear your own voice. You get to hear your own diction. You get to hear your own pronunciation. So, one of the things that you need to pay attention to, and I'm talking this to all the people who play the Sergeant at Arms role, pay attention to the punctuations. Where are you taking a pause? Right? In Toastmasters, we are allowed to talk about sex, religion, and politics. So when you say, contrary to popular belief, pause. We are allowed. Now, here you have to put a bit of a stress on the word we are allowed, right? So here allowed is the keyword. So try to practice these things. That is a very good exercise for you to practice enunciation, diction, pauses, pronunciation, punctuation. So use this opportunity. So this is for everyone who plays the sergeant at arms role. Don't trivialize that role. Now, moving on to Jaspreet. Jaspreet, my sincere apologies. When you were giving your president your address, I got a call and I had to take that call. So I couldn't I'm not in a position to evaluate your what exactly you said. But I saw a few chat responses. So I guess you talked about what's going to happen next Saturday. Probably you gave something on those lines. Some bit of it I heard where you were talking about our history of Toastmasters. And I would definitely go and check your presidential address, Jaspreet, and I will come back to you with a more, a specific review of your of your of your PO address. Moving on to Yogita. Yogita topic, Taleb is one of my favorite writers. I absolutely love him. Rumi, Taleb, these are the people that very few people talk about. But I absolutely love Taleb, and I've read Black Swan. In fact, it was gifted to me by someone out of nowhere. So it was kind of a black swan moment for me. But anyways, I kind of smiled to myself when I saw the theme of the meeting and, the entire design that I am the GE of this meeting. So thank you for choosing this wonderful topic. Totally loved it. Everything was going fine. I think that everything was going great. Just I think that exercise that you did about giving those moments, I think it was a bit of a drag. We could have probably, and then you also said that I was very worried when you said that, you can speak for as long as you want, because, we are Toastmasters. And if you want, when we can speak the rest of the meetings on that topic also, particularly some people like me, right? We don't know when to stop. So that's why never give that opportunity to Toastmaster to speak as much as they want. You may die of boredom, right? We are totally capable of speaking for hours. So that is one thing. And also reduce the number of this thing. And the other thing is, if there is people already, they were a speaker and then there were disruptors. These people already got their own screen time. So why again call them? Call people who did not get a screen time. The other thing, I always encourage this, that do these kind of activities after the table topic section. See, what happens in a table topic section is there will invariably be one or two people who will not get a chance to speak. Like in this case, Mita, the TTM had to tell Mita that I'm sorry, ma'am, we will take you next time. So Mita, obviously, she's a very nice and a very understanding person, but she would have definitely had a tinge of sadness, right? That's natural. Also, all of us get that. If you would have come later with that, said, okay, Mita, ma'am, now you do this. Then what would have happened is what she missed in table topics, you would have made up for it during your TMOD round. So I always say that after the TTM, keep a bit of an engagement, particularly for those people who miss the table topic. Try this out. It will work very well for the club as well. So that is a suggestion for the Toastmaster of the day. The topics, Joane, I'll take the liberty of evaluating the table topic because the TT will evaluate the speakers. Joane, I love this entire exercise about easy, hard, and medium, whatever you had the options, and the entire theme thing. I think that is something that is new. I love that exercise. Your topics were good. Your topics were about, sometimes when it was easy, it was actually easy, and when it was difficult, it was actually difficult. So nothing much to add here. Now I will move on to the evaluation of the speakers, and the first evaluator evaluating the first speaker is, let me quickly, Gaurav Babu, I know. Is Gaurav there in the meeting?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Gaurav is here. So can someone please spotlight Smruti and Gaurav? A quick introduction about Gaurav, a design engineer based in Bangalore, holds an undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering and a postgraduate degree in tool engineering. Passionate about gaming, bike rides, and sketching, eager to enhance his public speaking and leadership skills, and hence joined the Gabbys Toastmasters Club and looks forward to making new friends. So let's see what does he have to say about Smriti's speech today. Over to you, Gaurav.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Toastmaster Smriti, for taking us to the US. I mean, along with you, we were there in the Christmas. Starting off, the way you started. Last Christmas, something happened. I was all curious, all ears up, to see what it was. And the way you started off, knock, knock, right? That was something I feel it was expected, but you brought it up again in the end. That wasn't expected at all. That was something really great. And the speech wasn't just about yourself, but it did teach us about some of the core values, like accepting what comes, in life. Does not matter. It does not have to come in through something in a grand way or anything. Just accept it. And you did say that, say yes to all the knocks, something like that. So I liked it as well. So overall, you're a seasoned speaker. I mean, no comments on that. I have a lot to learn from you. And coming to recommendations, the content was great. Where you could have tweaked was where in you could have added a little bit of personal stuff. What I mean is you did talk about your neighbors coming to your place, right? And even their friends. You could have talked about what you spoke about in a sentence or two. I feel adding a bit of personal things would connect your audience with you in a better sense. And also, you have the whole screen to yourself. I feel you did have really good hand gestures and facial expression and vocal variety as well. But you could have used the whole screen. You could have started off like, okay, my neighbor was here, and then the friends, something like that. And also, you could have given a better, expressions in the sense your neighbor peeked in. That's what you said, right? Peeked in through the window. You could have been like, the neighbors peeked in to see what was glowing, right? Something like that. So overall, your speech was just amazing. You're a seasoned speaker again, as I said, and few tweaks. As I said, you could have used the screen, the window better, and a bit of, the expressions, and adding your personal stories would definitely make the speech a lot more amazing. And thank you for the speech, Toastmaster Smoothie. Thank you. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Gaurav. And Gaurav, this is the first time you're evaluating, or you've evaluated before?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Oh, lovely. Okay, very impressive, Gaurav. So first of all, evaluating for up to the yellow card itself is a very good thing, but I would definitely take the liberty of sharing some very, constructive feedback about your evaluation, because I see a lot of promise in you. So the first thing is that always do a summary. Okay, you had a yellow card, so you have told so many things. You want Smriti to remember 1, 2, 3 things, right? Which she would want to take note of. So give those specifically at the end. That is a must do, not a good to do. The second thing is that add a personal story. Previously when I was a Toastmaster, when I joined Toastmaster, I'm still a Toastmaster, sorry. When I joined Toastmaster in my initial days, every evaluator will invariably come and say, please stand up and give your speech. Nowadays, after a lot of coaching and mentoring and all, that has stopped. People don't come and blindly say that. Now I've seen a new one coming up saying that please use a personal story. I think everyone in their evaluation gives this, that give a personal story. If I am not wrong, Smriti's entire speech was about a personal story, right, Smriti? You talked about your personal experiences. So now what else do you want her to talk about in terms of personal experience? You are leaving her confused. I talked about my personal experience, and the evaluator is saying, talk about your personal experience. What else do I talk about? Now, you don't expect her to share secrets here, right? So then what exactly are you wanting her to say, right? So you have to be either very specific, otherwise you will leave that speaker in a doubt. So there's a second thing. What I absolutely loved about your evaluation, and this is something that I've seen many pro speakers also, more pro evaluators also don't do that, you illustrated. You didn't say that, use gestures to do, like when you said, like, peeked into or peeped into, that is exactly what an evaluator is expected to do, illustrate. Just to say that, use more vocal variety and body language, not like that. You showed how to use body language. That's a good thing. Smriti, there's one point on which I would be more demanding than Gaurav. Gaurav is a nice guy. I am not. So I will again keep challenging you on that. I still want more drama and more variety from you, Smriti. You're you are becoming flat in terms of expression. That has to go. You have to break that flatness. It doesn't suit you. You're such a wonderful speaker. You have such great screen presence. You have got a gifted voice. You're doing good, but my worry is you're not doing justice to your talent. You can do much better. You are like a champion material. So break that, bring a bit of a drama, break that monotonicity in your voice. That flatness should go away. Smriti, please work on that. Okay, so that was our first speaker and first evaluator. Can we have a big round of applause for them? Good job. We'll move on to the second speaker and the second evaluator. The second speaker was Renu, and our second evaluator was Samita Kar. So here's a brief introduction about Samita. Samita believes that change is the only way of life, and her life reflects that. She started her professional journey as a teacher and then chased her dreams till she was finally the principal of a school. But dreams changed, and now she became a soft skills trainer for graduating kids. Over the years, her hobbies have also changed from batik and cross stitch to reading and traveling. She is now on a third path in the Toastmasters journey. She has been a speech crafter before, and now she is the vice president membership of the Gabbys online Toastmasters Club. So over to you, Samita, for your speech. So by the way, this is one BPM evaluating another BPM. So over to you, Samita.
Thank you. Thank you. My target speaker, Renu. It is always a pleasure listening to you. And today, you had taken up something which is really, really difficult. I do agree. When someone is disrupting you, and it becomes difficult to bring the thought process back to the speech. Kudos for doing a wonderful job. There were seasoned disruptors who kept on talking to one another. What I loved about you, you were calm, composed, listening to them, answering them. You were cool. I felt like you were, a duck gliding on water. Come whatever, I will not lose my cool. That was wonderful. Your gestures were on point. You maintained a steady tone. It was not that after the disruption, your tone shifted. No, you maintained a steady tone. I loved your title. It was very captivating. And we were eager. I was eager to know what would you bring. You were absolutely point on what you had spoken. But I will be evaluating you more on the point of the disruptions and how you have come back. One, I never saw any frustration on your face. There were disruptions, but there were no frustration, which was a very good attempt. When the disruptions were going on, you had active listening. You were listening to what they were saying and answering to them. That was absolutely wonderful. Now, in Toastmasters, whenever you give a very good speech, we can add something more to take it a notch higher. So when these disruptions were occurring, they were talking to one another, what you could have done is added a humorous aspect to it. When they were doing it a little tad bit longer, you could have said, yes, I absolutely agree to what you were saying. Come on, let us meet after the meeting and definitely I will listen to what you have to say, and brought back to what your speech was all about. Your humor would bring sudden change and the audience would sit back. and notice. Over a good speech, you have done well, but you can add humor to it. Use the time limit that is given, 2-3 minutes more you had, and definitely you will be doing wonders. Waiting to listen to your next speech.
Thank you so
Over
much.
to you.
Thank you so much. Again, a very impactful and an elevating evaluation, Samita. You're getting better and better at this. So, um, why do I say that? So, they apart from the commendation, people look for commendations and recommendations. One thing that I look for is the transition from the commendation to the recommendation. How are you doing that? And I saw a very nice way of you trying to do this. You know, when we come to Toastmasters, we do this, this, this. So I think the transition is very important because sometimes I see people get very defensive, about giving the recommendations. I think the recommendations is what the speakers are there for. Now, I am not very clear about the rest, that what exactly you wanted. Like for example, when Gaurav was evaluating, he had some very specific recommendations. I think here I would have wanted you to be more specific in terms of the recommendation, more actionable, more touch and feel. So try to make the recommendations as objective and as real as possible, as tangible as possible. This seemed a little ambiguous to me, where the speaker may be confused exactly what do I need to do. So let it not be, a string of words where I don't understand what exactly is there is one. Your commendation was very well done. In fact, I totally agree with you that doing this project is a very daunting task. And Renu, full marks to you that you're doing this project at the Gabbys. I think if doing this project is daunting, doing it at the Gabbys is something like a crazy task, because we take it to a different level. And I must compliment the Toastmaster of the day for making your life easy. She kept on continuously reminding us not to go overboard. Otherwise, people literally go for the slaughter. Sunil had some evil plans for you. He had already discussed that with me in advance, but Yogita didn't let him execute that. So Sunil, maybe next time we'll have a slightly more relaxed Toastmaster of the day, so we can make the speaker's life more difficult. So, but the good job, all the disruptors, and a very good job with the entire project, Samita. I absolutely love the fact that again you had a very good commendation for the speaker for this particular project. We need to really comment the speaker because her confidence would have already taken a beating thanks to all the nonsense that we did, right? So the evaluator really needs to uplift their mood, and which you did. Thank you so much. With this, we'll move on to the okay. But let me have a big round of applause for the evaluator and the speaker. And let me now move on to the table topic evaluator. And the table topic evaluator for today is our presiding officer herself, Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. So first of all, kudos to the table topic master for the really very wonderful topics that she came up with. And our first speaker, who else but Elios? Can we spotlight Elios, please? One of my favorite table topic speakers he is. Now, the question was, what would you ask a man who comes from the year 3025? And Elios, before you started the topic, the way you told the table topic master that she said difficult or easy? Easy. So your voice modulation, facial expression happening there also was really beautiful. I actually made a note of that. I'm going to do that somewhere someday in some meeting of Toastmasters. All right. Now, I really, really loved your beginning. Why? You picked up knock, knock. Who's there? So from the speaker, the prepared speaker, you pick that is what table topics want from us. Now, the way you enacted the person coming from future, the voice that you brought in, that mechanical or that robotic voice, the way we would depict an alien, that was good. And the entire enacting was good. Your attempt of voice modulation and the dialogues, the way you created were very nice. But just one thing, Elios, did you join from your phone? Because it seemed, have you joined from your phone? Because it seems you're quite far off. Because when you were speaking, I had a hard time listening. I had to listen. I'm the table topic evaluator. I don't know how much the others were able to listen. So at least that voice check, that the voice is properly audible to each and every one of us. And that was the only thing. Otherwise, I love listening to your topics, Elios. So more from you in the next meeting. Next was Toastmaster Samita. And again, a great topic, genetically modified human being gets unexpected abilities. So do we celebrate it or do we fear this? And now before I, say anything, Toastmaster Samita, certain things that I appreciate in your case is your face expressions, your pace of speaking, the way you pace, the way you pause, the way you pace your words is remarkable. And along with that happens your voice modulation right at the beginning, as if, the table topic master had already told you that Toastmaster Samita, this will be your topic. So you actually prepared. That is what it seems. Now, one more thing about you, your eyes speak along with you. They deliver half the message before you want to give it. So that is also an added advantage being Toastmaster Samita. And fine. Okay. One more thing I liked about you was why I said it appeared to be a prepared thing, because you justified the matter. You said, I poked him, and then you say he was genetically modified, so I could poke him. So the way you tried to make things believable, comprehensible, that was good. Now, the analogy with Ma Durga, due to the 10 hands and all that, again, very good. Now, one thing, Toastmaster Samita, where I would want you to just give a bit more to it is you hit the topic at the end when you reiterated the question. So I was wanting to listen to your take on, should we celebrate this or should we fear this? So that bit was missing. Like, is this something good or is this something which we need to think about? So that could have been added. Otherwise, it was a great take on the topic. So thank you very much for that. Next, we had Toastmaster Rahul Swami. Should we colonize other planets? Now, first thing, Rahul, is that it is great to see a young man of his age, the ones who are partying around, and the way it happens generally, and thinking of nature suffering because of reckless partying of young people, the way I won't say youngsters, but people. So, and then you talked about Mother Earth and bursting crackers, the way you are against that. So that was great. That was good. And you also mentioned Elon Musk, that he will surely find a way. Now, my question is, do you think we should colonize other planets? Because the point is, when we have ruined this one, I wanted to hear certain points regarding the fact that where is the guarantee we won't ruin those planets? So that is something which I was listening for. We won't take our rash habits over there. That could have been added. But then otherwise, the way you took up the thing, the reason why you want the planet to be there, the colonizing to be there was good. But then how we will keep ourselves in control so that we don't create another suffering planet. So if we work on those habits, why do we need to colonize? We can have a new and an improved Earth as well for us, is something which I would have loved to hear. Next, we had Rahul V. And Rahul V shared information about, now the topic was, what would you say to an extraterrestrial who is visiting your house for the first time? So he gave a lot of information about aliens, and it seemed he was very well read on that. Rahul, I would have loved to see you on screen, and little voice modulation would have added more charm to it. And the way you touched up this thing that, you would, the question you would ask is there a way that I can live forever? And anyone else would have said, if I get to live forever, I would do this and this and this. You made a business aspect out of it. So that gave us an idea of the background you come from, a business background or something. But then the thing was that you touched the topic towards the end when the green light had come up. So had you started it a bit ahead and some role play that this is, if I come to meet an extraterrestrial person or an alien, my question would be, I'll first try to ask who that person is. It's not sure shot that he's an alien. So something, and maybe a dialogue of that would have been appreciated. Next, we had Toastmaster Manoj, who's Toastmaster Manoj or guest Manoj. So a small act of kindness inspired an unexpected global movement. How would you handle your newfound influence? So Toastmaster Manoj, you started with explaining an act of kindness and the source that taught you this kindness, which is the Big Mama. So you gave the reference over there. And I loved your example of what you did in your childhood during your school days when children celebrate birthdays and all, the noble way in which you decided, and then how it spread from your school to the other schools. And that was good. very good thing done, but then I would still want to hear about your input, how you would handle this newfound influence. The question was, how would you handle that second part of the question remained unanswered. That is what I would want you to add more on. So I think that is all from my side. Back to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Jaspreet. A very, very demanding role, the table topic evaluation role. And I must say that you did justice to every single person. I don't have anything much to add. You had one recommendation, one commendation. In fact, this is exactly how this role should be done. You may miss the commendations at time, but give at least one meaningful recommendation. So good job with this. Since the topics were a little long, Jaspreet, maybe it was not necessary for us to repeat all the topics for all the speakers, unless and until the topic, it was very relevant for you to, tie your evaluation back to the topic. Otherwise, you would have, if it was a little generic, you could have just stuck to the recommendation, because sometimes that itself will take almost 10, 15 seconds of time. So, okay, we'll move on to the TAGL team now. So let me first call the timer. Akib, very quickly, any disqualifications from the speakers, evaluator, table topic speakers, please?
No disqualification. Everybody is qualified today.
You
so
can share and show us the timer report, or if you want, you can put it in chat. I leave it to you.
I can share my screen now. Hope you're able to see. We have it's a crazy day. We were all qualified. We were all on time. It's just that I have one call out for Toastmaster Samita Kar when she was doing evaluation. You were on time, and slight misalignment would have caused disqualification. I think other than that, we are all on time. We are all doing way better in timing. The second thing I would request Toastmaster of the day to abide with the agenda timelines. We were always overvoting with the time and never matched with what was written. So that is another learning for me. So with that, I would hand it back to Toastmaster Saurav.
Good. Akib, I like the fact that you called out that we were always behind the time. One good practice, and because yet again, yet one more meeting, the Gabbys, we are way behind time. 15 minutes is what the PO has asked for an extension. One thing that I would want the VPs to consider, speaking to the timers, that they should periodically drop messages on the chat to let the TMOD know that they are behind agenda. Telling the TMOD at the end of the meeting is definitely a good learning for the next meeting. But even more effective would be if you tell them on the go, you're 5 minutes behind, you're 10 minutes behind, right? So that would at least, I'm not too sure if that would help us to be on time, but at least it would put some caution into the mind of the TMOD. So just try this. Okay, let me now invite the R counter for today's meeting. And the R counter was Prasang Mani. What do you, Prasang?
Okay, thank you, generator. Let me share my screen. I will share the report. So, in the counter, TMOD kind of used the list R, that is 4, and also the table topic master Joane Joseph used to list counter, and some of the kind of table topic speaker also use very less counter. So congratulations to them. And I think since from the time I'm taking this role, people are using less and other things. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Prasang. And Prasang, one thing I would tell you, one quick tip for you and anyone taking up the counter role, watch the table topic speakers. The starting word is generally an R word. It's always like this. So if you watch for the table topic speakers alone, you will get your list filled up. Okay, we'll move on to the next member on the TAGL team, our Grammarian-Pushpak Mishra.
Let me share my screen. As today, word of the day was resilient, and Toastmaster Rahul Swami, Saurav, Smriti have used the word of the day. And today, good uses in the meeting like unwrapping, popped up, cherish and nurture, meticulous, endurance, effectual, fantabulous, and rhetorical question where answer is not required, like are we ready to recognize them? Do you find it relatable? Do I have to start again? And now come to the recommendation side, like the sentence were used like you there in the meeting. It should be like, are you there in the meeting? Like next, I would like to be a coach kind of mother-in-law. It should be, I would like to be a kind of mother-in-law who acts like a coach. Thank you. Over to you, the general evaluator.
You're on mute.
Thank you so much, Pushpak. That was a very crisp and fast and a very precise grammarian report. Pushpak, you're doing this role for the first time?
No, second time.
Second time, okay. You're doing great, Pushpak. Keep on working on the pronunciations, your own pronunciation a little bit. Particularly, be mindful of sir and sure. Right. So you will be assigned a mentor, I'm sure. If the mentor has not been assigned yet, work with the mentor specifically on this area. Sir and sure, if the mentor himself or herself will identify. If they're not, then do that. And some of the words also pronunciation. I think one area of improvement I would say is pronunciation for you. But very, very minor aberrations, nothing I would lose sleep over. Thank you so much, Pushpak, for a very beautiful grammarian's report. Moving on to a listener, Rahul Swami. Rahul.
Yeah, so it's time to test everyone's listening skills for today's meeting. So my first question is, what was TM Smruti's first DIY project?
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree, making a Christmas tree.
Exactly, correct. So second question is, whose grandmother was a great achar maker?
DTM Sourav
DTM
Dutta.
Sourav Dutta.
Sourav. Yeah, DTM Sourav.
True. According, okay, which viral song did TM
Kacha Badam.
Jaspreet Kaur mentioned about?
Kacha Badam, yeah.
Correct.
Wheels.
Nice. And then when Elias asked from the man from 3025 year about where did humans go, then what was his answer? When Elias asked about the
I
when
think he said
Elias
disappeared
asked,
something, right?
sorry?
I think he said
Mars, I
disappeared.
think so.
Mars, is it?
Exactly.
Mars.
Correct. Next question. What question Rahul asked to the alien?
Which Rahul? Me or me?
Longevity. Not longevity, sorry. Immortality.
How to improve? Yeah, how to live
to
immortal
Correct.
forever.
be immortal.
Okay, last question. Instead of throwing party, what did Manoj suggested to do?
Plant a
Planting the
sapling.
trees.
Plant a sapling. Yeah.
Sapling.
Awesome. I think you all are great listeners. Amazing. Wonderful session. Thank you very much for your participation.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. When was Toastmasters International started? Which year?
1924.
1924. Who was the person who started it?
Dr. Ralph Smith.
What is the capital of India?
New Delhi.
These are the questions which you can answer even if you're not attending our meeting. But the questions that Rahul asked are the ones which you cannot answer unless you're attending our meetings. So that's the kind of questions you should be asking. Rahul, I loved your questions because those questions were not like the questions I asked. You can never answer these questions which you asked if you did not listen properly. Good job. Very good job, Rahul. I love the way you played the role. And this is a note for everyone. I've frequently seen people asking questions like the one that I asked, that, everyone knows it. Even if you don't attend the meeting, you can still answer. That is not how it should be done. This is the way it should be done, is the way that Rahul did it today. Good job, Rahul. Very good job. So that's it from my side. I think the overall, I already shared the feedback. Just watch the time, guys. We'll have to constantly be on top of this. This is something that's getting very messy. and serious, because 9:15, we are well into people's dinner time, and slowly we are creeping into their sleep time. So let's just be a little bit more focused on the time part. Apart from that, nothing I have to offer. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Saurav Dutta. Let's have a round of applause for the General Evaluator of the Day for such a detailed discussion on what can be done and what cannot be, and I loved each and every part of it. Okay, before I wrap up, I'll just play a quick 1-minute game. I assure it's a 1-minute game. And I am not asking for any volunteers. I'm choosing my volunteers. One is Mita Shah. Second one would be Pushpak, because he's looking down. He's not paying attention to me. And is Akib, are you telling me not to call you, or what is it?
Let us close this fast.
Okay, now this is Akib. Now he has asked me to close this fast, so he has to answer it fast. If he answers it fast, it will be a close wrap up. Okay. Now we have most of us, I hope every one of you is familiar with the term black swan. Just answer yes or no, the 3 people I selected. Quick yes or no.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
The white swan is the opposite of the black swan. Now I'm giving you 3 statements. You just have to tell me which is black swan and which is white swan. Akib, you go first. A global pandemic shuts down the world.
Black swan.
Okay, great. Mita ma'am, your turn. The sun sets in the west. Black swan or white swan? Is she there in the meeting or she left? I saw her. Yeah.
There's white swan. Let's wrap it up.
You cannot cheat, Akib, please. Okay, we are anyways above time. Let's. Okay, Mita ma'am. Black swan, white swan. Hello, you there?
She's there. Yeah, she's there.
Okay, no worries. It is white swan. A high school student invents a groundbreaking app overnight.
Black swan.
Yay, thank you. Thank you so much to all the role takers. It was a wonderful meeting and everything was going according to the plan until I exceeded the time. The lesson here, no matter how much we plan, sometimes the unexpected can be most memorable part of the journey. I hope this was one of the memorable meetings of your 2025. Embrace the detours in life. They might just lead to your next big adventure. Thank you for making this meeting so dynamic. I'm handing it back over to the presiding officer, and meanwhile, I'll be launching the poll. So I would request your utmost attention while casting your votes. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster of the Day, Yogita Upadhyay. So with this, we come to the end of a very inspiring and engaging meeting for sure. I would like to express my gratitude to all the role takers who came up forward, did that active participation, and made this meeting possible. Special thanks to all of them for their dedication and the effort, and we look forward to the same with every meeting of Gabbys the way it comes up. Now, do we have any guests in the room as yet so that we can get a quick feedback from them? I don't think. No, I don't think. So are we, yeah, the polls are there. So guys, please cast your votes. Yes. So in the meantime, I would still want to have a few little feedbacks. Gaurav, you evaluated Toastmasters Kruti today. How did that feel? Butterflies in the stomach or no?
Yeah, initially I was really nervous, to be honest.
You-
Then as it went on, I just went with the flow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
how it is for me
all
all the
the
time.
newbies, please listen. Nothing is impossible. Yes,
Exactly.
Gaurav. How do you feel now after getting all the tips from the general evaluator? More geared up.
Yeah, lot more geared up.
Lot more geared up. Great, great, great. So Toastmaster Yogita, are we done with the polls or still? All right. In the meantime, I will just, reiterate what I said in the beginning. Don't forget the meeting coming up on 11 January. Ladies and gentlemen, see to it that you mark your calendars accordingly so that at least we, the Gabbys people, are there to make the event a big hit. Because when something is being done, some efforts are being put in, we have to be there. You know, we are the one who's maybe are the hosts, I would say. So we have to be there to make the, and then yes, bring more people along with you, some guests or some other visiting Toastmasters, spread it far and wide so that the event becomes a big hit. Okay, the results have started coming in. Yes. So who do you think is the favorite TT speaker, table topic speaker? Any guesses, guys? Now, I will not say the way, our general evaluator generally says, okay, you are saying that person's name, so you voted for that person. No, no, no. Just say whatever, you feel is the best table topic speaker. Any guesses? Toastmasters, Smriti, any guess?
Yeah, I wish I won't name two. I loved Samita and Rahul.
Okay. Which Rahul? We had two Rahuls today.
Rahul V.
Rahul V.
Rahul V.
Right. Anyone else who seconds what Smriti said? Yes, Akib, both.
Me, myself. Yep.
See, both the names. All
Yep.
So 50% has to be right and 50% is right. Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Samita. Toastmaster Samita with all the vocal variety and the body language and everything. And Rahul, you also did a great job. I think this was your first table topic speech with us over here. Great. Now, who do you think would be the favorite speaker, the best speaker for the meeting today? Any guesses? Okay.
Smriti, yeah.
Okay. Why does your guess always have to be right? Yes, the favorite speaker was Toastmaster Smriti or is Toastmaster Smriti. All right. Now, the favorite auxiliary role player. Akib, do you want to say something here also?
Conflict of interest.
Yes.
Akib. Toastmaster Akib.
All right. Yes, Toast. So it's give and take happening, right? So yes, Toastmaster Akib is the best auxiliary role player. And who do you think is the favorite evaluator? Any guesses? Any guesses? Favorite evaluator? Smriti is making faces.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It's a tough
This is
one.
tough one. Yeah, this is tough
Oh,
one.
it is a tough one. Yes. And here, the one who was getting nervous and had butterflies is the one who is the winner here. So congratulations, Gaurav, for being the favorite evaluator today. Now, for the main role player, do you think I even have to ask and announce?
No, we can directly announce.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yogita.
Huh? The person just came up on screen.
Oh, Toastmasters.
TTM Sourav Dutta, the best role player, the general evaluator. So when he comes, he has to steal the thunder. And he did that really very, very well. So it's great, ladies and gentlemen, rather all Toastmasters over here now. Again, a very fantastic meeting for me, the special one for being the PO for the first time. And I hope to have a great term with all Gabbys people, the entire Gabbys family, looking for a really very fruitful term. And with this, I declare the meeting closed and look forward to the next meeting on Saturday. Request all of you to join in hybrid mode. Please join personally, physically, if you are there in Bangalore. Otherwise, yes, the screen is there for us to join. So thank you very much for this great meeting.
Thank you.